Old man sauna took a and lied about it. What's up? I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Dwayne.
Hi, I'm Troy.
I'm Shaquita.
And we are gym employees playing Never Have I Ever.
I work at CrossFit, a CrossFit gym in Studio City. I've been working there about 4 years now altogether.
I work at 24 Hour Fitness, 2 years, and I'm a sales advisor.
I worked at Mountainside Fitness for 10 years. Starting at the front desk and worked all the way up to general manager.
So I work at one of those main chain type of gyms where you go and get your standard membership. I've been there for almost a year now. I work front desk, for now.
I also work the front desk.
I love the fitness industry. Everybody that comes into the gym is there for a reason to better themselves. And so it's really cool to be around people like that, so that's why I like it.
I would say the same thing, like I've been a fan of fitness for a long time.
All right, so let's play some Never Have I Ever.
Let's do it.
You do the honors first.
Sure. Never have I ever roasted someone's account photo after they signed in.
I have.
I have not.
I have not, only because we don't have like account photos and stuff.
Oh,
like
we
that.
do. We do, but I haven't. I
Yeah.
mean, there are fun ones where people are making like silly faces and I laugh, but like I think that was the intent.
And I had a guy that wanted to show off his lip tattoo and he pulled his lips down, but you didn't see his face. So the first thing you see when you like scan him in is just this lip tattoo. And it caught me off guard and I had to make him show me his lip tattoo in order to get into the gym.
At my job, we don't have those photos.
A lot of times the members don't want to take the photos, so a lot of times they'll just sit there like this. Never have I ever had to call the cops on someone at the gym.
Definitely have.
I have never had to call the cops on anybody, but I've heard stories.
And I haven't personally called the police on anyone either, but we're next door to a cafe with a bar and some guy came out super drunk and one of the coaches went out there. They got into an altercation, so then the police were called that day.
One of the guests come get me like, hey, this dude in the locker room, he acting all crazy, whatever. So I go in there, dude, butt naked, like walking around the gym looking like Macho Man Randy Savage and From that point, I was like, hey man, can you put your clothes on? He like, nah. I was like, well, I'm calling the police. They looking for him in the locker room. They can't find him. I see him. He in the shower beating off, but the police end up getting him dressed, but they got him out the gym.
Everybody knows when you're playing basketball in the gym, there's a guy in there that still thinks that he can play, thinks that he can still go to the NBA, playing against young kids, and he got into an altercation with one of the kids. The sad thing is I had to get the younger kid, who was like 13 or 14 years old, off of him, and then eventually had to call the police because he wanted to fight the 13-year-old and get a redemption shot in.
Never have I ever took a photo or video of someone and sent it to a friend.
I have not.
I have not.
I have not. I have gotten videos though.
That's like a gym no. Like you can't mess with people in the gym. Again, it's a sanctuary in there.
It's crossing boundaries.
I have not. Although there was one moment I was tempted to. This guy was sitting cross-legged. Sorry. He was sitting cross-legged with one of the ab rollers and he was just going like this. And I was like, is that a thing?
Never have I ever been approached for conversation by a naked person in a locker room.
Yes, I have. And I don't engage. I ain't talking to no naked dudes.
I have, and I don't understand why some people do this. There was always that one guy in the locker who just wants to have a full-fledged conversation with you while he's naked.
I have. It was in a very uncomfortable place. I was cleaning the locker rooms and my back was against the lockers and he comes up and he's talking to me, so there's no way for me to really get around the conversation.
No one's ever talked to me while naked, but they do some weird things. I was in the sauna and this lady's just like rubbing herself.
Never have I ever worked out in the middle of a shift without permission.
Absolutely. I did it last week, as a matter of fact. I overslept, so I was like, well, I'm supposed to work at night, and there was a class at 7:45, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna, in the middle of it, I'm gonna take this class. And I never said anything, so, and I still clocked in for that. Sorry, Chad.
Definitely have.
I definitely have.
Gotta get your pull-ups in when you can.
I've never done that. My shifts are short. I don't have time to like go work out.
So working a shift, closing shift with one of my friends. We're having a good time at the front desk and we have a basketball court and he started talking. So instead of just sitting there and there was nobody in the gym, we were just like, well, let's go ahead and handle this. And so for the last 20 minutes of our shift, we played one-on-one.
Never have I ever wanted to quit mid-shift. I'd say I have not.
Definitely have.
Old man, sauna, took a and lied about it.
Just again, I really like working there and I love being there, so.
There was a guy that came out and he was like, it smells really bad in the sauna. So I was like, okay, I'll go in there. And it smelled rancid in the sauna. And as I'm coming out, I noticed that this guy is bending over at the toilet stalls and the stall's not closed. And his pants are down and he's grabbing toilet paper. So I had to walk over to him like, excuse me, sir, like, do you know what happened inside the sauna? And he's like, I don't.
With me being new and trying to follow the rules, a lot of people hated me my first week. And I was like, I don't have to deal with this retail like, anyway. But yeah, that was, yeah. They got used to me and then they started to treat me like family. So.
There's one time I had to go. And I went to the executive locker room and the toilets was crazy. I definitely want to quit.
Never have I ever caught or known of people getting freaky at the gym.
I never caught nobody, but I for sure have heard of some stories.
I haven't.
Sauna, steam room, showers, massage room.
What?
Not in the gym, but at least not that I know of.
I think it says at the gym.
Oh, at the gym. I thought you meant like, okay, never mind.
So you have not.
I lied. I have not.
Theater room, basketball court.
Damn.
There you get it in however you can get it in every time somebody gets caught.
I'm actually shocked that I have it. Never have I ever saw a mess and left it because it was too disgusting.
I have. There's been times where I'm like, I'm not cleaning that up.
We can pay minimum wage.
I have. I'm not cleaning up no dookie.
There's been times where I'm like, I gotta text the owner and be like, listen, this happened. I'm not doing it.
And never have I ever hit on someone at the gym while I was working. I have not.
I could be a little flirty at times, you know. I'm a single guy. There's some attractive women there.
When people talk to me, if they like are interesting, I'm just gonna keep talking. So is that a yes or a no? Like I
I'll
don't
say yeah.
hit on people.
That's basically.
I don't walk up to somebody and be like, "Ooh, you handsome."
Nah, it was never something that was for me. You never fish in the same pond.
With me, I definitely thought about it, but I always like, nah, man, you can't make no moves like that.
Never have I ever looked at someone lifting and imagined that's what they looked like taking a poop.
Who wrote that?
I don't think so.
Now I feel like I might. What the heck?
I have not.
I think that'd be weird. It'd be really concerning if somebody was doing this.
Those were some very interesting questions. Definitely some of them caught me off guard. I definitely know now that my gym is not as bad as I think it is.
Now we know what people want to know about the gym, I guess.
You guys now kind of see what gym employees experience.
Yeah, and if you have any more questions you want us to answer or any more never have I evers, leave them in the comments below.